all in my eyes. Enemies only can see my demise. Envision my downfall, it's not in my view. I only look up, I will not be subdued. Can never submit, position is grip. The mission persists like it's built out of bricks. In the gym I commit, knocking shit out of shit. Hit equipment till I lose the feel in my fists. Precision my gift. Decisions are swift. At home in the ring, it's like I live in this beat. And I'm undisputed. So undisputed. Yeah. Pound, 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 pound. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. Compliments on my accomplishments are only possible due to your involvement, volume, level, and confidence. The consequences stimulating your consciousness, activating the cognitive structures. I think all you and opposites still play a vital role in my conquering. The combination of confrontation and pondering. Occupation is populating the conference with conversation, no astonishment, consuming the comments and then vomiting up the Vonnegut. Hey. Ominous as a monster is underneath your posturepedic, possibly in the closet. It's a necropolis, scary how I'm optimistically obstinate. Ain't no domino in my dominance when I'm dropping this. Janis Joplin droplets, it sound like the apocalypse mixed with Christopher Wallace's topics on top of obelisks. It's a kabbalist novelist inside of my esophagus. Rhyme is priming, it's optimist and tastes like chocolate cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the K. Bitch, like winner, Charlie cake for dinner, birthday cake for breakfast, slice it like a ninja, pick up all the pieces, assemble like Avenger. Authoring is August, wordplay is December. That mean my pen is in cinders and my deliverance shivers like Siberian area shippers. Slip on the slick as icicles, drip from the tip of my scriptures. If you a ship on the trip, don't hit on the tip of my glacier. Swim with the fish and flippers. I finish my pictures. This is what didn't get it, getting hitting the different differs. What did he do it or didn't she? Who are you mentioning? Louis do a dual identity, dueling enemies. Do it to him, chewing through him without doing it dentally. Superhuman fluent without refueling engines with energy. This chemistry can it be? They googling endlessly. Even computers losing memory, bending mentally when they interface with the lyrical ability. Things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. Keep striving until my lungs can't breathe. They're all tired, I don't know about fatigue. Got my bros back if we come under siege. Got my dogs with me, I ain't carrying a leash. Thank the Lord for my freedom of speech, cause I say what I like and I do what I please. Brothers think I didn't train for this my whole life. Tried to tell them it didn't come with ease. They must have thought that I didn't put in graft. Stayed fully focused and stuck to the task. When it paid off, I was like at last. Them other brothers can kiss my and I promise you that I wouldn't wanna be ya. Them man ain't got this energy, do ya? I cannot feel that vibe going through ya. Flat battery like my dead computer. Told them once and I tell them again. Giving up's not an option, I fight to the end. Physical attributes at 10 out of 10. So trying to catch me, I wouldn't recommend. Told them once and I tell them again. Giving up's not an option, I fight to the end. Physical attributes at 10 out of 10. So trying to catch me, I wouldn't recommend. I'm from a different life, different type. Energies, flows, vibes. I'm from a different life, different type. Energies, flows, vibes. They couldn't top this. Winning team going crazy, it's like a mosh pit. Lonely at the top, they won't give what it's costing. Told them once and I tell them again. Giving up's not an option, I fight to the end. Physical attributes at 10 out of 10. So trying to catch me, I wouldn't recommend. Told them once and I tell them again. Giving up's not an option, I fight to the end. Physical attributes at 10 out of 10. So trying to catch me, I wouldn't recommend.
Real generals back in the building. Trust. Tell a man ease up. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Pull up on a set, I might let man know what time that this is. If man move wicked, make man swim with the sharks and fishes. Respect my wishes, got bare creps and I step like kishes. And my fit stay clean like dishes.
I'm Todd Grisham. The crowd cannot wait to witness this one. There's nothing quite like a fight at the Empire Fight Camp. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson. It's the Pac-Man, the Destroyer, Conor Benn, one of those must-see type of fighters coming out of the UK. The famous son of a legend who's beating his own path.
They have waited for this fight for so long, Todd. This is ridiculous.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from General Santos City in the Philippines, truly one of the all-time greats, boxing's first and only 8-division champion of the world, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. Fighting out of the blue corner, introducing from Essex, England, a continental welterweight champion, Conor the Destroyer Benn.
Well, I hope you brought your sunglasses because we're fighting outside, and what a main event this should be.
Right. The heat of the crowd, the action, the noise, that carnival atmosphere. It's a lot to take in.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Nice counter. Good one. An open-air outdoor stadium. What a venue for this contest.
In such heat, the cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. One to cool you down, one to ice you back, one to give you instructions in your head, and one to just calm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the most important thing. Forget about the heat. Forget about everything else.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. That uppercut doesn't get through. So much firepower here. How about that time counter shot? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye.
Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a swarmer and you know their goal is to bury their head right in your chest, the uppercut would probably come in handy.
You fight a swarmer, you've got to protect everything. The body with the elbows, the head with a forearm. You've got to try and push them off balance because they will just stay in your face.
Good idea, but misses with the left hook. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Punch, counter punch. Missed with that right uppercut. Catch and shoot. Got him there. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout. Here we go in round 3. Who's gonna land the first big shot? Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Perfect counter lands. Caught him. Nice slip to avoid the jab. Perfect punch. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. Don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Every second, every...
Back at it in round 4. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Swing and a miss with that hook. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's got a match made in heaven.
He threw a punch and just got countered. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You all right?
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. His legs are gone, but somehow he's still in this fight.
There's always a way back. Don't ever round anybody off.
Nice round, good round. I like it.
Time for the 5th round. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
The straight right just misses. Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around her. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Incredible work rate. Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice idea with the hook, but that's blocked. When are we going to see a jab from these two? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Go back out there. I need you to win this round.
This is the beginning of round 6. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Swing and a miss with the left uppercut. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them. Finally,
Go out there. Let's reset.
there's the bell to start round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him up. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Nice job getting that punch through. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
There's a counter shot. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than...
And down goes Pacquiao. Let's see that again.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you okay?
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once.
So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. A borderline disastrous round, but he's still on his feet.
You've got to take that confidence away. Go ahead.
Round 8, and we're off again. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs are feeling like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. And as we see it again in slow motion, there's no doubt. That body punch right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Give me your ball.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? And Ben just got rocked. He just got rocked big time. He's seeing stars, but can he stay on his feet? Down goes Ben. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. And you continue.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Gonna look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to...
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. And that's it, a unanimous decision win.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What